Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth as always. By David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So BYU's offense will go to work first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards, when you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
They'll leave it with him. Moving into the open space. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's L3agu3. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Now in that ethereal realm of BYU quarterbacks like Ty Detmer and Steve Young, Jake L3agu3 has a chance to claim a spot in there, David. 11-2 a season ago, just missed a playoff. If they can get to the CFP, what does it mean for a program like this?
It would be huge. I mean, BYU is a good program, but nobody looks at them as an elite program. So they could perform at that level. And listen, it's
looking to take a shot. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. At the 45 on his way. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
With the catch, it's Roberts. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Power football with the run. Shakes off the defender. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
on the run. It's Martin. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. It's a seam wide open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Cougars, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Quick pass on the jet motion. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Georgia Tech's offense will have its first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football, so we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number.
There he goes. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Fires left. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, it's King. Under fire. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
They'll try the right side.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Quarterback extends the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Back to throw, it's King. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He'll keep it himself. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hagan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. BYU right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. The short hands, it's Martin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cougars trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Cougars. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The Yellow Jackets have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, a lot of space. Then some touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Marshall is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up 14 over the Groupers. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw. It's Retzlaff. That's reeled in. It's Roberts. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. He makes the catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. Quarterback adapting. Going to try to get it himself. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to pass. It's L3agu3. Pulls it in. It's Roberts. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta.
BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hosley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The give out of the gun. Shoots his way for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Patterson. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the hurry up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. looking for room. It's smart. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Kearney on the Jets. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Scanning the field, it's L3agu3. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Touchdown, BYU! And the route is on.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
And he added the extra point. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Cougar! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hosley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's out past the 35. Lots of running room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 77-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One final play before the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's L3agu3. It's complete to the left. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires it incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the returner is stopped. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Makes a man miss.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give from the gun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's King. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position. On the move. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Wants to adjust the pattern. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Martin. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire right when the...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Keeps it himself and gets the first. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's King. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And, man, this defense has been so good today. They've built a lead. They know how to play with the lead. They haven't given up a lot of big plays. Right there, that's one of the bigger plays they've given up today. And at this point in the game, garbage time, you're all right with that, man. That's just padding the stats for the other side. No big deal.
The Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Quick completion on the out. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Back to pass, it's King. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Bring in the Heat. It's on target and complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, State, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Using his legs, it's Martin. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff